we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship. And the topic today is overcoming challenges in Nigerian entrepreneurial space. From bold startups to thriving business leadership, Nigeria's entrepreneurial spirit is alive and growing. But behind every energy and innovation lies real challenges, from limited access to funding and infrastructure to tough regulatory environments. In this segment, we'll be unpacking the key hurdles Nigerian entrepreneurs face and, more importantly, discussing practical strategies for navigating them and building sustainable success. Joining us to lead this conversation, or would be bombarding me with questions about the entrepreneurial space, is Dr. Abu Shattima, a seasoned entrepreneur and a distinguished delegate of the Global Chamber of Business Leaders for Nigeria. You're highly welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Thank you very much for joining us, Abu Shattima.
Absolutely. All right. First and foremost, I would say a lot of Nigerians have dived into entrepreneurship, and a lot of them are SMEs, small or medium scale entrepreneurs. But then what is the most significant challenge that entrepreneurs face in Nigeria, the most glaring, that really cripples their progress?
Thank you very much. Let me start by telling you that every entrepreneur, every successful entrepreneur I see today, face a lot of challenges. Look at the people like Dangote, like Alakija. They are all successful entrepreneurs. Look at people like L&N, Leila. She's a successful entrepreneur. Look at somebody like Yahya Buhari, Ali Sawabi. They are all successful entrepreneurs. But if you sit down with them, you ask them, they will tell you a lot of challenges they got. Starting from the team members, access to finance, infrastructure, government policies. This is all type of problem they got. So let's go back to our topic. Now, as an entrepreneur in Nigeria, the most challenging problem we have for the more especially for the small and medium enterprises is access to fund, access to finance. Now, as an entrepreneur, you have an idea, it's a startup idea. You need to have some fund to start your business. It's either you go and get it from the bank, or you get a crowdfunding, that's a family and friends funding, or you get an angel investor. So getting an angel investor now is very hard. The only easiest way for you as an entrepreneur or as a startup to get funding to start your own business is through family and friends, because getting loan from a bank is very difficult. High interest rate, 27.50%, and then requirement for you to fulfill, because the bank cannot just give you a loan. You have to have some requirement, like collateral. So getting collateral for a startup, somebody that wants to venture into a business, is very difficult for him. So access to funding is very, very important, and then it is one of the most difficult things any entrepreneur in Nigeria are facing. Number two, infrastructure. Poor road network. We have somebody that wanted to buy something from Enugu. He wanted to be delivered in Abuja, or he wanted to deliver in Katsina. They have to go through road, and then most of our road is not good. It is now that I know the government are trying their best in seeing that they have put everything in place, but we have a poor road network. Number two, we have a power supply problem. There's a lot of people that are into production, and then they have to use that electricity to do their production. So if they don't have that electricity, they can't do production. And if they say they want to use generator or to buy solar, that's the alternative source of power, and then that one, it will cost them more. That will make the production and the product to be very cost. Then another thing is support from the government. The government needs to support the entrepreneurs. The government needs to create an enabling environment for these entrepreneurs to thrive. So, and then apart from funding, another problem, what is very critical problem we have, or entrepreneurs, we have in Nigeria, there's a small and medium enterprise, is lack of skills. Majority of them, they don't have skills. So they don't have vocational training. So the government needs to focus on creating a programs, training programs, vocational training programs for SMEs, and then training program for SMEs, and then skills program. Because even if they have the vocational training, they need to have skills. They need to have communication skills, marketing skills, sales skills. Then they need to have teamwork skills. They need to have digital marketing skills and social media skills. So they need to have all these skills in order for them to thrive.
All right.
So how you talked about securing capital, especially mostly from government and family members, and you said it's the most challenging. It's very not arguable. So how do you think entrepreneurs can secure capital, secure funding from government?
Okay. For now, I know Bank of Industry, they have some package for entrepreneurs. Like, they are not going to give you money, they are going to buy a product for you. So any entrepreneur or a startup that have an idea, or he want to grow his business from this point to another point, you have to go to the nearest Bank of Industry office, tell them your business, show them your idea, tell them what you are doing. If it is existing business, you have to go with business record. Last year, you made a revenue of so amount, you made your net profit is so amount, and then you go with your bank statement. Which is very important. You can't compare your personal money and the business money. So as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, you must have your company bank account. That's the business bank account. So if you are going, you have to go with all this. And then I know Sterling Bank, they used to give a loan, but the problem is the high interest rates. And then some of them, they have collateral. You can't expect somebody that is starting a business that need a 2 million, 5 million naira. You can't expect him to bring a collateral of 2 to 3 million. If you have that collateral, I think probably you can go and sell that collateral to start a business without getting loan. So the easiest way for them is to go through Bank of Industry or to get a crowdfunding. Crowdfunding, how we do crowdfunding is, you have an idea or you have a small business that you want to take from this point to another point. Organize a small event, that's crowdfunding event. Invite your mentors so that they can try to convince the participant, that's your family and friend. Then come and make a presentation to them. Tell them, okay, this is the product I want to start producing to the market, or this is the services I want to be delivering to people. I need so amount. Please, I want you to help me. I want you to support me with a little, because the crowdfunding is so many people that will give a little amount of money. You understand? Instead of, you are looking for 20 million naira now, so you can go and see people that will give you 10 million, 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, 100,000, 200,000. So, but you can reach out to a lot of people, and then it is easily to give them to go and require for so much money. So that's how they do. That's how we do crowdfunding. Or you can go to, you can look for an angel investor. In Lagos, there's a lot of angel investors in Lagos, but in the north it's very difficult, because in Lagos they have an enabling environment. If you have a business or you have an idea, they will try to put everything in place for you so that you can attract the angel investor. Angel investor cannot invest in your company without knowing where you are going, without having a proper direction. So you need to have a direction, you need to have a business plan where you are going from this year to another year to other year. You need to have a clear direction for you to invest. And then the angel investor, they are getting equity from your company. You are looking for 20 million naira. Convince them to give you 20 million naira. If they give you 20 million naira, then you are going to give you a stake. You are going to give them a stake from your own company. So this is the easiest way for people to get a fund.
All right. You spoke about having an enabling environment. Just as you mentioned in Lagos, that there's an enabling environment whereby it aids and helps, business startups. But then the question is, do you think there are differences when it comes to conducting and building up a business from one state to the other here in Nigeria as a whole?
Yes, there is. Let me tell you something. In 2013, 14, up to 2015, we have very few innovation hubs in northern Nigeria. Very few innovation hubs in northern Nigeria. But from 2017, Startup Kano started, and then to 2018, Startup Sokoto. I know Kikera Hub from Katsina. I know Blue Sapphire Hub from Kano. I know Collab Hub from Kaduna. And then there's a lot of innovation hubs now in the northern Nigeria. This innovation hub, they are the ones that have direct access to the grassroots. They are the ones that have direct access to students. They have access to student entrepreneurs and then the startups. So these innovation hubs, what they do is, if you have an idea, you go to them, they will sit down with you, they will listen to your idea. If it's a good idea, they will advise you, okay, you need to have a business plan. They will try to do business plan for you. In that business plan, it will capture financial, it will capture marketing, it will capture SWOT analysis, it will capture a lot of things in your business. And then they will help you develop a team for you. They will tell you, okay, you need A, B, C as your team members. And then you need somebody that will come and put some a little money, there's angel investor. They are the one that will do all this stuff for you. You understand? So in other part of the country, they have this innovation hub for long. And then, mind you, the state government are helping them. And then they have connection with the international organization that are funding them. So they get funds from international organization, they get funding from state government, and then they get funding from the federal government. And then in other part that I'm talking about now, they are politicians and they are businessmen, or let me say the big men there, they trust them, they believe in their vision, they understand what these guys are doing. But in the north, majority of our government or majority of the government people, the elite and everything, they don't even believe in us.
So you mean they invest in them in order to boost the economy of that state or that region as well?
Yes. Of course. You could go to the other side of the country and see. You can see somebody with masters and everything. He don't care about the government job. He's solving a societal problem. He's solving a problem. Maybe he's working in international organization. He's just living at home, making some fund. Every month they are paying in dollars or every week. It is now that our region started to understand that you can have a job outside Nigeria. You can even have a remote job in Nigeria while you are at home. You can.
I was even actually about to come to the spate of unemployment in Nigeria, and with a lot of youth gravitating towards entrepreneurship. Well, what do you think are the steps? Because most of the people that dive into entrepreneurship have no clue on where to start and where they're heading to. And what do you think, or which path do you think a person that is going to start, a business should first hit on, and then the rest would follow?
Okay. Number one, as I told you, you need to know what you want to do. That's the first thing. Okay. You want to solve, let me give you an example. Now, you want to develop a software that every newspaper of Nigeria, you post it every morning. So if you want to read a newspaper, you quickly go to that application and see the whole newspaper. Daily Trust newspaper, the whole newspaper of Nigeria. Now, number one thing, you are going to develop a mobile app. Number one, look in your environment. Where can you see a hub, an innovation hub? Because this innovation hub I'm talking about, they are the drivers of the economy, or they are the part of the drivers of the economy. They are the ones that have direct access to people from the grassroots. Look around. If there's any entrepreneurship, go there. Tell them this is what you want to develop. From there, they have the connection with the international organization. They have the connection with the banks. They have the connection with the angel investors. They have the connection with the government. From there, they will make sure that you are ready for the business. They will train you. They will mentor you. They will coach you. And then they will get opportunities for you. So a lot of people, they have this idea, but they don't know where they are going. At the end of the day, the idea will die. because the idea is just, they just leave the idea within themselves, or they will just talk to the family and friends, they will tell them, and they don't have anything to do. But when they go back to the innovation hubs that are around, then the innovation will make sure that they are well equipped, then they can introduce them to opportunity.
Okay. So, ask any entrepreneur in Nigeria, and he will tell you one of the biggest challenge, aside the fund securing, is the regulatory environment in Nigeria. And lack of infrastructure, of course, NEPA lights and what have you. So how do you think an entrepreneur can navigate these challenges?
Okay. Number one, the government need to have a body. This body is for the entrepreneurs. You want to do NAFDAC registration, you want to do CAC registration, you want to do any registration, you want to get any paper or anything, you can go there. They don't even need to go there. We're in digital world. Let the government digitalize everything. If you are licensed or your papers or whatever, it will expire tomorrow or today 12 in the morning, or tomorrow 12 in the morning. You can renew it from the comfort of your home. Get the certificate again. Go out and print it instead of going and collect the hard copy from the district. Let the government create an enabling environment for all these things. That's number one. Number two. Okay, that's number two. Sorry, can you...
Regulatory challenges, environmental challenges.
Okay,
yes,
so
infrastructural challenges.
Infrastructure. So then, number two, data, internet. Because how much are you buying monthly subscription? How much are you spending for monthly subscription before? How much are you spending now? As an entrepreneur or a startup, you need to have that data, and data is too cost now. So the government needs to regulate, the government needs to do something for the data. Even if it means that the government can have a body that every entrepreneur should register, and then if I register to that body, if you want to buy data, you can be buying data directly from that body at subsidized rate, because the data is too cost now. Another thing is the light, that is the electricity. We need to have the electricity for us to give services to people, for us to do production and everything. So if electricity is not there, we have to use the generator. And if we use the generator or we buy solar, we must add it to the cost of production. And then the final product will be too cost for the people. So I think the government needs to have that enabling environment for entrepreneurs so that they can have this service.
All right, we've been talking about small and medium entrepreneurs. When we come to large-scale entrepreneurs, or should I say in between, because obviously we have small, medium, and there's some that are between the medium and the large as well, even though that is not really noted on. There are entrepreneurs that are thriving and doing good in their business, and we have a lot of things that Nigeria offers. For example, when it comes to agriculture as well and other products that we could export. How do you think the government, or what do you think the government can do in making it easier for entrepreneurs to put their products out there, and making sure that it goes international and global as well?
Okay, I think they have Import and Export Promotion Council. So the government can go through Import and Export Promotion Council. Then they can use them. Then they can go to the state, and then they even have an office in the state. So they can have an ambassador to the local government. There's a lot of products that are producing in the village. You understand? Then they will take them to the state. And then the problem is, if the government can have a platform, let's say an online platform that will that will remove the third party, because the majority of this problem is the third party. Now you have a product, you are in the village, you can try as you tried your best to do all this product, to do everything for your product, and then the third party will come and buy it at cheaper rate. Then you go and sell it directly to the international market or something. So the government can have application or any online that people can go there then and advertise their product. Something like let's say something like GG. The government can create something like GG and a mobile application that everywhere you are in Nigeria, you can just place a product there, and then people that are outside, then they can see the product. When they want to buy that product, if the other product, then there's a company or a government agency that responsible for making sure that the product is good there, is good to the buyer, and then the seller is receiving his money. So I think this is the easiest way, and then we need to have that orientation, because there's a lot of people that they don't even know how to sell their product. They have a very good product, they will do everything, but the third party will come and buy it at cheaper rate, then he'll go and sell it at a good amount.
Okay, now there's low purchasing power in our country. The Weekend Trust just published that there's low purchasing power and people are buying expired goods. The entrepreneurs, we have seen videos of entrepreneurs coming out to cry that people do not buy their goods and services like the way they buy before, because of the harsh economic situation we found ourselves. So now, how do the entrepreneurs cope? Is there something they're not doing right for people to buy, or what do you have to say about it?
Okay. If you look at the policy changes from the government, we just wake up one day, the government remove a fuel subsidy. We are buying liter at around less than 200 naira. And today the liter is almost 1,000 naira or 1,000 plus in some part of the country now. So this is part of what makes the country worse. Even though the government is trying to communicate to people, showing people that we have to go through a worst for us to get better. So I understand. But this kind of policy, it is the kind of policy that make good and make the country going in a wrong direction. I didn't say from the government side. I'm talking about the entrepreneur side. So any entrepreneur now is crying. All of us are crying, because you can have a product, you can have a service. Maybe you are building a website at 100,000 naira before. Now people are telling you they cannot even pay 60,000 naira for the website. And then you have to buy domain, you have to subscribe. And then the exchange rate, fluctuation of exchange rate. Before, how much is the dollar? Is less than 8,000 naira. Today, the dollar is around 1,600 naira. And then you have to buy stuffs that you use to do production, or you have to buy data, you have to have light and everything and then you have to subscribe for some application for you to render services to people. So these are the kind of things that make the purchasing power low. And then electricity. This is the kind of infrastructure that the government need to put in: electricity, road, network, and then access to internet. This internet is very important, because now almost everything is online. If you see 10 people now, 8 or 9 of them are online. And then people can be online from 8 a.m. as they wake up to 10 p.m. they want to go. And they are using data. And this data is the network is consuming the data very much, depending on how you work, how you use it. So
okay.
All right. Quickly, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs in Nigeria? How do they seize, opportunities? How do they feel, the temperature of the market? And then where do you see Nigeria's entrepreneurial space in maybe the next 10 years?
Okay. The best thing is we are here now, and in the next 10 years, we are the one that is in the government. What I mean is that our mates, our cycle, the youth, we are the ones that will be in the government. And then we know where we came from. We know how hard we work to get there. So when we get there, we will try as much as we can to make things easier and to make things smooth for our younger ones. And then for us now, what I can advise to them is they should never give up. Nothing good comes easy. Nigeria will be better. Nigeria will be great again. We believe in our country. We believe Nigeria will get where we want it to get, inshallah. All these challenges we are facing, it will not draw us back. And then for every entrepreneur out there, continue hustling, continue struggling, believe in yourself, go out there, meet new people, network with people, read a lot of books, get a lot of skills, and don't give up. If you lose the business today, that's not the end of you. Tomorrow, you can build again. That's what I want.
One last one before we go. Is there something like entrepreneurs looking out for each other, like recommending each other for maybe a customer comes, you don't have a particular good, you recommend your friend that sells the same thing, like so to say a healthy communication? Is there something like that? A healthy competition, so to say?
Okay. We have that problem in Nigeria, seriously. Most of us, when we get there, we used to forget our friends. Or when we get there, we don't want our friends to get there. So we want to change because our level change. We want to change the friend, or we want to change the cycle, or we don't want you to go there. There are a lot of instances that you can see an entrepreneur, or you can see somebody. He have a product. He's building a product or services. All he wants is just a small push-up. A friend, a family member, a neighbor, he have chance to introduce him to somebody that would help him, but he can't introduce him to him, because he don't want him to reach his level. And he is his siblings, he's a friend, he's a neighbor, but because he stepped ahead, he don't want you to step ahead. He wants you to always be below him, which life is not like that. And then life is a cycle. If you are there tomorrow, another time it's not you, maybe it is that your sibling or your friend that you don't want to introduce the opportunity. So what I'm calling for the youth and the entrepreneurs is that whenever you have any opportunity to help somebody, please help him. Some people, all they want is money. Some people, they don't need money. All they want is connection. Introduce them to somebody. Maybe you have something to offer for them. Maybe you don't have that thing. Introduce them to somebody that will help them. That's what I want to do.
That was absolutely amazing. Well, viewers, you heard him. Make sure you help each other in getting to the destination. That is very, very important, because a win for one is a win for all. What do you think, Maryam?
That's true, Fatima. You know, I asked that question because of some events that happened, and, you know, helping each other, not only in the field of entrepreneurship, I think in the society is very paramount. It's very important, because we cannot, I don't believe in you doing it alone. We help each other. We help each other grow, push each other, and so doing that, not only us, the society will be a better place to live in.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Abu Shattima. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much for coming. We're glad having you. Thank you.